Well, buddies, that was a Funkadelic classic, Super Stupid. So we're starting with that phrase. I'm playing a D on 15 on the B string and bending it a tone to an E. Then I'm picking an E on 12 on the E string and then rebending that D. Yeah. And then bending it again, release to 15 and play a B on 12, then do a pull off, D to B, then A to G. So 15, 12, 14, 12. Yeah. That's the first phrase. And then I play that section again. So without that first bend. So it's just the same. And then I'm just doing some hammers around the 14th and 12th frets of the G, D and A strings. So I've got A and G as a hammer, E and D. So I'm not really paying too much attention to how many I do, or it all kind of works. So it's just going down that E minor pentatonic scale. So I've got A and G, E and D, B and A, all on 12 and 14. And then slide it down to finish that phrase to a G on 10. The kind of little pull. And then I'm just playing a pull off. So picking an E on 12, pulling off to D on 10 on the E string. And then just sliding it down and back up again to the D. Kind of randomly. And then just keeping that going for a little while and then just eventually just sliding that down. So that's the intro, and then went into the first of these great riffs. So the first one I'm playing is... Okay, so that goes round. I'm playing again around the E blues scale. I'm playing E, D, B. So I'm playing it 9, 7, 9 on the G and D strings. Then a pull and release, bend and release on the A to B flat, and release back to A. So that's 7, bend and release, 5, a G, and then an E on 7 on the A string. And then I'm going back to 9 on the D string to play a B, and then a D. And then going down the same without that. So I've got... That keeps going round. And then I'm going up to the 12th position blues scale and doing a bend, release and pull on 14, A, bend and release, pull off to 12, G, repick the A, back to G, E, D, E. So the D string 12, 14, sorry, 12, 14. So, yeah, and then, so you got... Then we got, I'm sliding from D, power chord. So I'm just playing 5, 7, 7 on the A, D and G strings to an E power chord. Then taking that down to sliding from C to D. So from 3, 5, 5 to 5, 7, 7. And that goes round. That's your basic riff for the song. And then I put a little bit of the keyboard part in here. So I'm just playing. What I'm doing here is playing a B on 9 on the D string and an E on 9 on the G string. And then going to B flat on 8, A on 7, back to 8. So you get, you're just going around those 3 notes. 9, 8, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 8. Okay, I'm just putting that note on top. Okay, and then we're into... Okay, so playing basically that riff again, but putting a fill after it, which I'm playing a little bend on a G, a little pull on 12, and then going E, D, B, A, G. So on the D string, 14, 12, and 14, 12 on A, down to 10. So you've got... And there I'm just putting in, it has a little slide in there, so... And the rhythm sort of sometimes changes a bit on this song, so instead of... You sometimes got... And then it's the third time I think we got so you play a slightly different lick. So this time I'm playing the same start, G, E, D, B. So 12, 14, 12, 14 on G, D and A. And then I'm just playing A and C sharp together on 14 on the G and B strings, back to that G on 12, then back to the previous one. Okay, and then again I put a little bit of the keyboard in. So I played G, G sharp, E. So 12, 13 and 12 on the G and E strings. And then 12, 13 again. Now an F sharp, 14 on the E string to a D on 15 on the B string. Okay, and then playing again, G, G sharp, and C sharp, B, so 14, 12. And then I just played just that G and G sharp, so 12 and 13. And then for the solo, I'm just playing, keeping that going under the solo, which we'll take a look at in a moment. And then coming out of that, I've got that again. And there, again, it's a keyboard part, but I'm just playing it slightly different at the end. I'm now going C and E, C sharp and E, D and E, D sharp and E. So I'm keeping that E note, but just playing underneath it, 10, 11, 12, 13. C, C sharp, D, D sharp. So, and then it's back into okay, and that's all the riffs you need to learn for the song. The rest of the song, you can have a great kind of jam along to that. And next we'll take a look at the solo. There's lots of great solo work in this song. Eddie Hazel was a fantastic guitarist, and I'm not trying to copy it exactly. Instead, I just used the same scales followed kind of the same structure to give you an idea of how you could jam yourself. Okay, so I'm using mostly the E blues scale, and I'm starting with, I've got a wah-wah pedal, and I'm using the notes pretty much that I started the song with, and I'm doing lots of bends. And the notes I'm mainly using are, the blues scale. I'm using the top 4 strings mostly. So I start from D, then the root E, G, A, B flat, blue note, B natural, D, E, G. Okay, a lot you could do around those notes to ad lib. Okay, so I started the solo in that position with the kind of that kind of stuff. Okay, and then it kind of shifts up a position and into this kind of box position, which is B, D, E, G, A, and some bends to B. So now we've got 16, 15, 17, 15, 17, B, D, E, G, A, B. Okay, and that starts on the G string. So all that kind of stuff works around. He takes so he kind of starts there, takes it up. He takes it up a little further with a bend. So bending that D note all the way up a minor third. So bending that B to a D. And taking it down to that second position. Okay. Again, this is all just like shapes and ideas around which you can play around, which will fit perfectly over the riff, you know. And then a little bit where we've got an extra little note in here. I'm just alternating between playing a B and a D on 16 and 15 and sliding that up to a C sharp. An extra note which fits really well, and to an E. So sliding from 16 and 15 to 18 and 17. There you go. You can just play, you know, the blues scale. So that's just to give you an idea of, you know, some of the licks, and there's a lot of that you can do where you bend the A note and then play that. It's a lot classic. You hear that so much. Okay, so all this stuff. Rock the wah-wah pedal a bit. Whatever you want to do, it's all going to be great. It's such a fun kind of riff to play along to. Okay, so that's just some inspiration there for the solo. Next we'll take a look at the bass. The bass starts on a G, going chromatically down to F sharp, to F, to open E. So you've got 3, 2, 1 open on the E string, and just put an extra E octave above on 7 on the A string. Maybe in that gap just repick the bottom E just to fill that space on the intro where the guitar finishes. And then we're coming in, kind of doubling the guitar on the riff. So I'm playing E, D, B, little bender on A, and release, G, E, and then a B to D. So that's 9, 7, 9, bend on 7 and release, 5, 7. now on the A string, and then 7/5 on the E and A strings. So then just come down. So the same notes, just not putting the last two notes on. Okay, so that's the first riff. So that just repeats. And then in the verses, we've got just sliding from D to E, 5 to 7. And then I think there's a little quick A in there. It doesn't matter if you don't play it, but just an open string, 3 to 5. So this is over the vocals, under the vocals. D to E, open A, C to D. Okay, and then just on that the chromatic section with the keyboards, the organ, I'm just again playing an E and an open E, 7 and open, and then we're back to sometimes that, and it's you'll hear sometimes it plays or sometimes essentially the same riff, just a slight different phrasing sometimes, but it's still sliding from D to E, C to D. But here we've got that's the guitar bit. So octave I'm playing, bass I'm playing lower, not going up the neck. So I'm playing G, E, D, B, A, G. 5 on D, and going down to A, 7, 5, 7, 5 on E, finishing on 3 on E. Now it's sliding again from C to D. Yeah. And then you got E again, and low E under da, 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 da. And then on the solo, just again, just going around the verse chords, the verse riff, and sometimes little fills you can put in around the blues scale there. I'm just playing E, so there's sometimes some fills, and so if you want to fill, you can't go wrong with 9, 7, 9, 7, 5, down to 7. Those notes will give you a fill there. And on the D, you sometimes get like a low F sharp in there. So 2 on the E string. You know, so a little extra note you can throw in. Again, it's one of those songs where you can take the basics and just throw in some stuff and ad-lib around it. It's a great track to jam with. So thanks for watching, buddies. Enjoy and have fun with Super Stupid. Thank you.